Publicity for Harry and Meghan will now be handled in-house by a former Silicon Valley bigwig after the couple parted ways from their previous PR advisors. Christine Schirmer, already head of communications at their charitable foundation Archewell, will now head up the couple's publicity as well. Meghan told Miss Schirmer, "You're hired to boost our image." Sachs were told their days are over. A source reportedly told the Daily Mail, "This is a really big deal for Meghan. She takes the view that she doesn't need to pay an outside firm a lot of money to do PR for her and Harry anymore." Meghan Markle has hired a fact-checker for a much-anticipated Spotify podcast series, Archetypes. Miss Schirmer has been working with the Sussexes since 2020 and helped to launch the Archewell Foundation. Actually, Sachs dumped Meghan because she didn't pay them. Moreover, Meghan Markle has hired a fact-checker for a much-anticipated Spotify podcast series. Richard Eden reveals that Meghan has been employing a fact-checker for Archetypes, which resumes today, having been suspended immediately after the Queen's death. Meghan hasn't chosen a run-of-the-mill recruit, but a young and highly talented American writer, Nicole Pasulka, whose interests closely mirror her own. That's a shame. A fact-checker could cut through the confusion which has occasionally and unfortunately followed some of Meghan's statements. For example, in an interview with American magazine The Cut, she recalled chatting to a South African cast member of The Lion King at the film's 2019 London premiere. He said, "I just need you to know, when you married into this family, we rejoiced in the streets, the same way we did when Mandela was freed from prison," Meghan recalled. Yet, Dr. John Carney, the only South African cast member, has pointed out that he's never actually met Meghan and wasn't at the premiere. Of course, as the late Queen memorably put it on another occasion, recollections may vary. In related news, Changing Room star Lawrence Llewellyn-Bowen has argued that the royal family have been going out of their way to include Meghan Markle lately. When asked if he thinks Prince Harry and Meghan will inherit any properties from the Queen and become more UK-based, he explained that he believes they'll remain more US-based. Lawrence said, "Well, I think it's going to be difficult. They obviously have to weigh up how much time they're going to spend in the UK, and by the sounds of it, they're going to be pretty US-based in the near future." That's obviously where Meghan feels a lot safer, and it reflects her and her personality a lot more than being over here. It's complicated over here. We're rather weird. On one hand, we're very supportive, and on the other, we expect royalty to be good value and work hard for us. He continued, "I think it's difficult for someone like her to get the balance right, but the big thing we can all see happening is that the rest of the royal family are going out of their way to make her feel like she does feel part of what's going on and feel quite cherished. They've made a real point about that, and when you look back at all the toing and throwing, it was all conjecture. We don't know at all. We don't know the conversations being had or what was being said. We don't know whether people were making her feel welcome or not. But to me, it looks very much as if she's always been welcome." It comes as Valentine Lowe claims that the Duke of Sussex declined a meeting with his brother due to fears of it being leaked to the press. The offer, according to Mr. Lowe, was made a day after ITV presenter Tom Bradby's interview with Meghan Markle was aired. Mr. Lowe writes, "William explained that he'd have to clear his schedule, which would mean telling his private secretary. At that point, Harry told him, 'Don't come.' He was so concerned that William's team would leak the visit to the press that he would rather not see his brother than risk it getting into the papers. To everyone who knew what was going on, this was heartbreaking."